All right, let's say it's a couple years from now, you're in college, you're working on an important presentation for one of your classes. You're working on it online like most people do nowadays, and then all of a sudden, you get a face full of this. What are you supposed to do? You do what it says, and you restart it, and then you get that. Sorry, but your hard drive's corrupted. So I'm going to show you, since most people don't know how to do simple things like hard drive and RAM swaps and installations, I'm going to show you how to install a hard drive or RAM. Again, these are the most common parts to fail in a computer, and they're the easiest to upgrade in addition, because most of them are just unscrew and swap. And usually they can be done on a budget if you need a quick repair or you decide you want to upgrade your computer. And if you do it the right way, it can provide a significant performance boost, making your computer a lot faster and last longer. Now, choosing the correct hard disk goes like this. You need to choose one with the right amount of storage. Say you have 240 gigabytes of files. You don't want to cut it close and buy a 250 gig hard drive, because having a hard drive full can clog it up and cause it to wear out prematurely. What I would suggest is add at least a 100 gigabyte buffer. So if you have 250 gigabytes of files, get one that's 350 gigabytes or more. And when you're looking at hard drives, choose one with a higher RPM speed. This is how fast the disk rotates. And the faster the speed, the faster it can read and write files. And now the size of the disk, this is more if you're on a laptop or a desktop. 2.5 inches is the industrial standard for laptops because it's more compact and it's almost equally as capable. And 3.5 inches are usually used in desktops that can have the room for a bigger drive. Now, SATA or IDE is where you run into the problem if you have an older or newer computer. Most computers after, say, 2008 or 2009 use the SATA protocol, but most ones older than that use IDE. SATA is just a faster technology that connects the hard drive to the rest of the computer. Now, when you're going for a performance upgrade, you may choose to either go with a standard hard disk drive, which uses a disk, which is where the RPM speed comes in, or you may use a solid state drive, which is like a ginormous flash drive. It works a lot faster because it does not have mechanical parts. And all of this depends on how much you're willing to spend or your specific computer. Like, say your computer supports IDE and requires a 3.5 inch disk, you have to follow those guidelines or else it may not work. Now, I will demonstrate for you how to replace the disk. First thing you'll want to do is make sure it's firmly unplugged from the wall and take out the battery. And then once you've gotten that done, hold down the power button for about 15 seconds. This will drain the computer of any power that it may have, just so that you don't get electrocuted and wind up having to spend more money on medical bills than you would have fixing the computer.
Good to know.
Most laptops are designed like this. This is a 2012 model HP. Everything's within view. Now, what you're going to want to do is find the screws for taking out the drive. Right here, in most laptops, they cover the entire setup with like RAM, the wireless card, and hard drive in one setup. We'll unscrew that. Okay, so fully unscrewed. And then just pop that off. Now, when you're going to replace the hard drive, you have to make sure you actually take out the hard drive, because sometimes the hard drive can be concealed, like right here. This is a hard drive caddy, which helps keep the hard drive in place if, say, you drop your computer to prevent damage. Now you want to unscrew all of the screws holding it in place. You leave one out and then you start prying it out, you might bend the disk and make the problem worse. Make sure you set these off somewhere where they won't roll away. Now you just gently pull up, and here's your hard disk. Now you want to make sure you unscrew all of the ones holding it in the side too, because again, you don't want to start yanking on it or else you could damage cables or even the actual disk.
The one you got in your hand, like price-wise, what did you got in your hand?
This is a 750 gig hard drive, a 2.5 inch SATA.
Okay.
It would generally run you about $50 or $60. Sometimes maybe around 40-ish. So it's a lot cheaper to fix the hard drive than say panic and run to Best Buy and get a new computer.
Where do you grab most of your parts?
I grab most of my parts online from stores like Amazon, or if you feel like using a used part, which usually you can without issue, I usually check eBay.
Okay.
Now you've got the caddy off, and now you have the actual hard drive. With laptops, they generally have a connector like this. You just want to do that. Now this is what you're left with. This is, again, a 2.5 inch SATA hard drive. Fairly simple procedure. Then, to reinstall the new one, you just put it in reverse. Put it back into the caddy. Gotta make sure you have a steady small
Would you
screw.
ever use like a powered screwdriver or anything, or not good?
Usually I do it by hand. I
Okay.
don't have the ability to get a power screwdriver.
Gotcha.
Usually I don't have the cash for it.
Yeah, they're not cheap, the little micro ones, not cheap at all. But
Oh, that's for sure.
my buddy took his out in college like he did, and then something happened. He set it on his speaker.
Dude,
Yeah. And he left it there for like 3 days, and the speaker magnet wiped it clean. This is back though when like your biggest hard drive was.
yeah. When you're
It
ever-
wasn't very big.
Yeah.
It might have been 100 meg.
Yeah. Just in relation to 100 megs, this is about 7,500 times larger.
Hey, just,
And probably about a quarter of the price,
I'm a
too.
little older.
It was a different time, that's for sure.
No, you're
I
19.
forgot most of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had computers.
Shut up.
No, don't make fun of Mr. Gross, that's not the
No,
point.
I'm talking to the dude in the back of the classroom.
You don't
He's the
look a
reason
day
for-
over 21.
He's the reason for the orange socks on the wall. He'll tell you later.
Oh, dear God.
Alright, like in my case, I accidentally detached a ribbon cable for the hard disk, so you just want to pop that right back into place so that you can actually read your hard disk. Slide it back in. I believe I have it separate. I do believe it. Alright. Then you just want to line it back up with its screw holes and then get it taken care of. And now while I have my computer disassembled, I'll show you RAM is probably one of the easiest upgrades you could ever do. Since you have it unscrewed, you just do those little prongs with your thumbs. This is what a piece of laptop RAM looks like. It is standard DDR3 RAM. It is a lot smaller than RAM used to be. RAM used to be about this long for any computer, and it's still about the size used in desktops, but this is industrial standard size for laptops. It's 204 pin. Once you've got that finished, just slide your cover back on and screw it back on.
You got 8 in there?
Yeah, I have 8 gigs, 2 4GB 6. And I do believe that covers my presentation.
Cool.
That is how you swap out a hard drive and RAM.
Cool.